put you in the baseline.
Hello and welcome everyone, Tyrael here, and before I get started I just wanted to say I was going to have a video tomorrow morning, but I'm going to have to double up in the afternoon because I have to re-export all of my files for it, all of my replays for it. So that's going to take me several hours, which means I won't be able to finish it tonight, at least if I were going to give it the proper attention that it deserves. So I'm going to be finishing it tomorrow afternoon. We're going to be doubling up tomorrow afternoon, 2 videos instead of 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon. It is a very important video. Not so much in editing, but in how much thought I have to put into it, because it's a discussion, very important discussion in my opinion, and I want to give it the attention it deserves. So, that's over. Let's go ahead and get talking about this. A lot of people have said to me, you know what, I prefer Barch or Archers in Champions League. It's better for farming, it takes less time, and a lot of people who haven't tried it just generally will say, wouldn't Archers be better because I mean, it's like a 20-minute army build versus a 40-minute army build, or maybe a 30-minute. I'm going to do both the 30-minute and the 40-minute in this video, but I want to just take a look and see which one is actually better, which one will get you more gold per hour. It's not about how much gold per raid, it's all about the gold per hour. What's your profit margin per hour? And that's what gets you upgrades. That's what gets you the level 10 and level 11 walls. So, starting off the balloons with a 16 balloon army, 80 minions. Now, the great thing about this army, the great thing is that 80 minions with 2 dark barracks takes exactly the same amount of time to build as 16 balloons, 4 per barracks takes. Your dark barracks and your regular barracks will finish at the exact same time. Now, the one problem with this is that it's only 16 balloons. You're not going to be able to take out that many defenses. You'll have to rely on your heroes or just swarms of minions. You cannot do this against bases that have a lot of splash towards the outside, or multi-target inferno towers that can hit your minions, just because you don't have enough balloons to take those things out. And you just have to swarm with the minions. You have to overtake all the single target defenses like the expos, the air defense, the archer towers. You have to overtake them just with hordes of minions. But also you have to be careful to play one minion first, because guess what? If you deploy all of your minions at once to swarm an area and then a bomb comes up, you're dead, you're gone, you're done. You're out of minions, you'll lose tons of minions, and this relies really heavily on minions, less on the balloons. That being said, it helps to have heroes. You don't necessarily need heroes. If I had taken the time to pick off buildings with my minions, instead of just going all out with the minions, I would have been able to get the 50% without my heroes, so I didn't necessarily need my heroes against this particular base. They help against any base, but I didn't need them against this particular base. Although I wouldn't have attacked this without my heroes because of how deep those gold storages are. But I mean, a couple nests more and I would have found someone with generally about as much gold, but a little bit farther out. I knew I could go for this, so I went for it. A little bit of connection issue there. These giants are doing absolutely nothing to me. It's my heroes. I'm only being hit by a mortar right there. My king is going the right direction. I don't want to use his ability until that bomb goes off. So in the end, I got maybe, what is that, 400,000 gold out of this? Maybe a little bit more. So 400,000 gold, this army took 32 minutes to build. When I end the fight, I also gain 180,000 gold. Now, this also translates to Elixir as well. You can attack people for Elixir instead. So with my archers, I've just found 400,000 gold. So theoretically, if this army takes, 20 minutes to build, the last one took 32 minutes to build, if I find the same amount of gold, doesn't that mean it's better? Is this army better? I mean, I know I can get this purely because the splash is so deep in. I know there's going to be a lot of giant bombs in those open spaces, but I have a good feeling that the Tesla are more towards the core. I don't know for sure, but I have a good feeling. All the mortars that were on that side, I was able to take them out with lightning spells. The town hall's outside, so it's an easy 1-star. I don't have to worry about my percentage. I already have archers going on the town hall up top. You just can't see them. But this base, looks like I can get the 400,000 gold with just my archers and place my heroes on the other side. Punch through, grab that gold storage on the other side. Even if I get 300,000 gold, it's technically better gold per hour, right? Well, that's not entirely true. What you didn't see with this raid, or with the last one, was how long I was searching for a raid. And you really have to take that into consideration. The problem with archers is you have to be so specific with a base. You have to find someone who either has mortars you can take out with lightning spells, or has mortars and wizard towers on the inside. You have to find someone who has their storages more towards the outside, yada yada yada. and you actually have to search maybe twice as long to find a base. So in reality, that's the difference between spending 100,000 for a search and spending 200,000. So in reality, archers, I spent an extra 100,000 finding this base. So say I take 400,000 from this base. Let's just get rid of the bonus because I'm going to get it no matter what. I get it with every raid. I win, I get it. So let's just take that out of the equation for now and just say, okay, I made 200k profit on this raid and I made 300k on the last one. Now, let's go ahead and see how much per hour that is. The last one took 30 minutes, this took 20 minutes, 2/3, whatever. So in reality, I made at least as much, if not more, with the balloons, and I had a lot more freedom, and I would definitely get a lot more gold. And I didn't even get the full 400,000 with this raid. I actually did not. Now, you may say maybe you didn't just attack that well. I did a lot of different raids with these, so I tested it a lot, and it always came out that balloons came out on top. Archers would have trouble getting all of the gold. They get most of it, but not quite all of it. Balloons would always get all of it, or always get almost all of it. They would search for at least half the time, if not less. I mean, you can get balloons going in like 5 searches. You might have to search like 50, 100 times for just to find a decent base with archers. And you definitely have to use most of your spells with archers unless you're really lucky and find a base with all the storages right around the outside and a lot of buildings on the outside. Otherwise, you have to use 4 or 5 spells. With balloons, you can get away with using as little as 2 spells. So, in my opinion, balloons are better. Not just my opinion, but the actual numbers show that balloons will earn you more per hour regularly. While you can technically farm in Champions League with archers or barch, you definitely will not be making as much. And when it comes to these high-level bases, you're going to be a Town Hall 10 if you're going to be farming up here, maybe a Town Hall 9. But either way, all your upgrades cost a lot. I mean, your walls cost, what, 3 million, 4 million each for upgrades. Maybe 1 million if you're lagging a little bit behind. But seriously, if you are upgrading level 9, 10, 11 walls, you need every ounce of gold you can get. And it boils down to the fact that you're going to be attacking for weeks, maybe even months, to upgrade your base. And making as little as 100,000 more per hour for the course of a full month, or 2 months, or 3 months, or whatever, is huge amounts. You can save weeks. You can shave off weeks of time, like 2 weeks or more, just by using balloons instead of archers. Now, a lot of you may not be comfortable with using balloons, maybe more comfortable with archers and barch, but in reality, it's better to just take the extra time to fail a little bit, get a little bit less while you learn it, and then come back and get so much more per hour by using balloons and minions. I have a bunch of guides on that, and I'm always going to be revamping the guides and always going to be posting more videos of it. But really, balloons are your best bet. There is no other farming army that you can use up here that works as well as balloons. Garch, I didn't talk about Garch, Golems, and Archers. It works about the same as Archers. It punches a little bit deeper, but again, you have to be a little bit more specific. You have to look for where the splash damage is, all that. You do not have to do that with balloons, because you can compensate for anything. Now, if you don't have free spells because you're a Town Hall 9, it doesn't matter. Just use an extra rage spell. Rage spells work fine. You'll just have to be a little bit more careful about the Inferno Towers, and you may have to bring a hero if you're a Town Hall 9. Other than that, balloons, hands down. Hands down balloons. Those are the changes for Town Hall 9. Don't bother saying, you know, this is Town Hall 10 only. No, it's also Town Hall 9. Town Hall 9s can do this. They could use all archers. Or they could use balloons and minions, like I just said, were actually the best. Also, I got the free spell on the Queen and the Expo. That's pretty good in my opinion. Town Hall 9 just gets one less spell and has to swap freeze for rage. That's it. Don't use heal spells on Town Hall 10s, really, honestly, because these Infernos are really what are going to kill you, and you're probably going to get more buildings destroyed with a rage spell drop than a freeze spell drop. So just go with the rage spells, go with the freeze, and go with balloons and minions. Balloons and minions are your best bet, especially with these new updates coming out that are costing, whatever, 7.5 million each. Go ahead and use those balloons and those minions to make that 7.5 million, to make that bank, and get those upgrades done. Because things are just going to cost more and more as you go on, and you have to think more and more about how much everything costs you. And with that said, there's going to be 2 videos tomorrow afternoon. I do not have time tonight to finish it. I really wish I could have had it up for tomorrow morning, but it is a very important one, and I want to put a good few hours into the video, just into the thinking about what I'm going to say for the video, so I don't have time tonight. But thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Tyrael, out.